Listening in the morning. Happy Saturday morning coffee. How is everyone today? At the early start of many of our days. Many? Sure. Do one of these. The old slop. Wake it up, wake. Kind of a thing. All right. So it is Saturday morning. Times are confusing. With the new year, I am not complaining in the slightest. Get myself set up here. I am not complaining. Boom. I was lucky enough to get off of work. Oh, nobody's here yet. Y'all can wait. Wait. Nobody's waiting. All right. Set yourself up for success. Right? Or not. Wow, is it like must be a sleepy Saturday. Everyone's sleeping in this morning. Donnie, what is up, bro? I got a message from Kevin. He said that he didn't confirm right, and we didn't end up getting that one. We got a different one, but it looks like the other one, the new one's better. I don't know. Still pretty close. Not that I didn't like the other one, but then I looked at the pictures of this other one, and gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a real good time. Yes. Yes, indeed. What's up, Sam? Sam from Syria. How's it going? How's the weather in Syria today? I'm in Minnesota. It's a little chilly. It was, 5, 6 degrees yesterday. Did some ice fishing. It was a great time. Crashed up at 7. What's up, David? Donald? Sorry, my eyes are not working great this morning. Oh. Wake up. What do I do for a living? I work at a high-end metal machining company, and we do a lot of metal processing. So it begins. A lot of metal processing. I do laser marking mostly. We also do sandblasting, media blasting, anodizing, type 2, mostly for medical products and stuff like that. Morning, Trish. All right, I did change my chat on my phone, but I did not change my chat up there. But I did now. All I needed to see was Trish's lovely, well, I was going to say face, but I didn't see her face. Your lovely avatar and name title. Good morning. Syria, Iraq, and Egypt are the oldest 3 countries. Cool. All right. Sip of coffee. Morning Eyes. Look at this. Snail Trail Dale, everyone has to go up, pull a hair out of his head. I don't know how that, what. Snail Trail Dale's been on a good luck streak. He's won a couple of the really, really nice prizes lately. Very cool. It's pretty fun. It's always nice to see when someone has a giveaway and the people that win, the people that win, you're like, oh, they deserve that. That's great, and Dale's a cool guy, and to get a couple of big wins in the last few days, pretty rad. Good morning, Clint. What's up, Sudan? Morning, Dom. Bought a lottery ticket yesterday, says Dale. Might as well. At that point, maybe there's some magical aura. What was the other knife that you won? Or what was what was the other giveaway? One of them was Tri-State's final for his holiday giveaway. Someone would have messaged you. I did right away, though. As soon as I saw, I was like, dude, sweet, he won. And then he wasn't in the live. It was like, bro, guess what? Cicero, morning. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Look at this. I removed the label. We've got an unboxing to do. What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self? We don't usually, that's not a usual topic here, but I'll do it today. What advice would you give your 18-year-old self? Live more. Be in the moment. Be present. Don't sit on your phone as much, experience life because it goes fast. I thought you were going ice fishing. I went ice fishing yesterday. I went yesterday. What's up, Trouble Bunny? Slow down. Yeah, slow down. Enjoy and experience life, because man, before you know it, you're 20, then you're 30, then you're 40, then you're 50. You're like, damn, what happened in my 30s? Literally. How did I do? It was great. It was a good day. It was a chill day, nothing wild. Buddy, it ended up being 3 of us, but me and one buddy, what's up, Harvey? We went out, we got on the ice, we started walking out, a short walk, kind of a smaller little lake. Probably had to walk, I don't know, what is it? A couple thousand feet, I don't know, at the most. Nah, maybe not even that. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, a little 5-minute walk out to the spot. We decided to go on a spot that we've been before. We drilled one hole, dropped the camera down. Camera got to the bottom. There's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. It's like, yep. And set up all our gear. It was like 5 or 6 degrees, 7 degrees. Wasn't very warm, but we got a nice pop-up tent set up, heaters. Before you know it, got the jacket off, having a good time. Didn't catch any real beasts or anything like that, but pulled some a lot of bluegills out of the water, and there was a crappie. It was a good crappie. It was like a 10, 11-inch crappie, decent sizer. We were hoping we were going to get on that crappie bite at sunset, which we did not, which is fine, which is weird because the sunset bite was usually it's the hot spot, and it was the slowest time of the day. But we were catching fish all day, so good time. Didn't keep any. Quite a few little dinkers that we need to give another year or two. Speed up, do more. Well, okay. I think the speed situation is, like, it's more like experience and live it rather than, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like time just goes too fast, but you want to live it too. You really want to experience. That's the thing, is you need to do fun, crazy stuff. Bluegills are great. Anytime on the ice is a good time too. A couple good buds, just hung out, relaxed. Ended up staying on the ice till about 6:30. So it was a longer day. What's up, Diddy? David the Fifth, good morning. Cheers. A little morning coffee today. Bluegill's your favorite? I don't know what my favorite would be. Crappie, a real good crappie bite I think is fun. Crappies are great because they got big mouths. Catching walleye I think is fun because it's harder to do. Wife dropped the light down the hole. Everyone has somebody or a story that they've dropped something down the ice fishing hole. I dropped a catching, eating. Dropped your smartwatch down the hole. The only thing I've ever dropped down a hole was my pliers. That was what, 4 or 5 years ago, and unfortunately we couldn't see it because we were going to try to find it and get it, but my pliers, and it was a $10 or $15 pair of like pliers, you know, and that's the only thing I've personally dropped down the hole. If someone dropped a phone or something real down there, we would have to create something to get it. We've got a few of us have a camera and a few other things that can help. You drop that camera down there and you can be like, okay, well, there's the phone, but it doesn't mean you're going to be able to grab it either. But it kind of would turn the day into something fun if you did have that situation. But don't drop anything down the hole. 10-inch holes. I'm not a big fan of the 10-inch hole anyway. I have pretty much everyone in my group, we have 8-inch augers. Dean's got the big 10-inch. But yeah, that 10-inch hole is kind of unnecessary most of the time. I don't think it, a 6 is a little too small. Sometimes you're going to catch a bigger pike or something, or a wider, like crappie or whatever. So like I think 8-inch hole is a good ice size hole. Hello from Australia. I have a few other people that join us from Australia from time to time. How you doing, Adam? Greetings from Minnesota. You wake up, now you have a girlfriend because they follow you home. Well, if you're a total cool dude like, Dom is, I'm sure he had them all following home. And once they find out that you make knives, like, they're lining up. Just lining up. Oh boy. What a day. Of course they are. Of course they are. Saturday. Feels like it should be Sunday. I did not have to work, obviously, yesterday. Lucky me. Work was nice enough to give us New Year's Day and the day after off. So I appreciate that. It's pretty nice to have that extra weekend. So now we're in the earlier part of the Saturday. Yeah. And gonna get some stuff done. Exciting things. Got to get the live streams go rolling from the garage, a new location. to be happening soon. Never been to Minnesota. It's a place. It's actually pretty great some of the time. Yeah. Summer can be great, except for when it's muggy and buggy. Winter can be cold. Selling a knife to somebody today, right on. Super 10-inch holes. Getting some fun stuff going on this morning, it looks like. Thank you, Trish. Good morning, Kathleen. Cheers to you. What are we getting into today? What's it look like out there? Calm. My body is sore. I'm out of shape. First time out ice fishing yesterday, and we walked out. So my back's a little sore because I'm out of shape. And then when you ice fish, if you haven't ice fished before, if you're sitting in the shack, you're comfy. You're never really sitting back like this. Sometimes you are kind of hanging out. But most of the time, if you're catching fish, you're like up like this. You're leaning in. You're having a good time. You're like on it. And then you realize you're like, I am not sitting in a comfortable position. And then your back gets sore because I'm falling apart, which is fine. Winter in Australia. Year-round pair of shorts and a t-shirt. I'm a little jealous of that. I lived in California for a while, and that was pretty much 70s and sunny just about every day of the week. Grateful Dong in the house. Magnus Lutz ho. Morning, Neil McKenzie. Give me 1 second, kids. Gotta blow. I'm alive. Don't worry about me none. Not one bit. Not one bit. So, okay. I ordered a knife. Been looking, as you all know, I like knives. Been looking at them online. I have a lot of knives that I'm interested in that I've got in carts that I watch. And every once in a while, one of them pops on sale. And that's kind of when I jump sometimes, It's a smart move. If you have tons of different ones that you're interested in, you're not in a super rush to have to get any of them in particular. It's kind of nice to leave some of them out and just check on them periodically, because every once in a while, boom, there it is. On sale, half price. What's slap? Go to checkout. Then I have this issue of mine. I'm about to check out. Do I just check out, or do I peruse the website and see what else is there? Maybe they've got another sale. Maybe you just need to get another $20 worth to get a free shipping. Something like that. You know what I mean? And we all love that free shipping. And so you kind of take a look. And so, Dom, go get some coffee. Join me. And so you take a look, see if you can find some other stuff. And then, oh, look at that. Those kind of look like fun. Maybe I'll grab one of those too. Although I feel kind of, I should have typed in maces, medieval maces, before I checked out, because I probably would have added one of those too. Long story short, though, I found one thing, which I know is going to be a folding pocket knife. So the box is going to be the box is going to be about this size right here. It's going to be about this big. Okay. Then I found another one. Same difference. The box is going to be about this size. So if I've got a couple of items that I found that are approximate knife box size, then why is it the box that I got is this big? It's like a plaque. It's like a YouTube play button. Did you know they started making them for 10,000 subscribers? No. They do not. I've only got 90,000 more. I think the one they make one at 100,000 subs. Add on that free shipping. Ooh. I only need to get $30 more for free shipping. Well, how much is shipping? $12. Well, that means that $30 item only actually cost $18. There is logic. So you get more excited when it arrives. What's one day, Trouble Bunny? Sorry, I'm missing on chat a little bit here. It's good logic, though. It makes sense. Although I still submit making generic prices. If I was had a market and was like, okay, I'm selling these for $100, and then shipping is $10. Oh, the 100K plaque. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see about that. I don't know. That's a long way off. So 100, if it's $100 item, and with plus shipping, it's going to be 112 or whatever. I submit that company should just have the sale. This is $112, free shipping. You know what I mean? It's the same price. But because you saw that free shipping, you don't even realize, you don't even care. Like $112 free shipping, yes. $100, $12 shipping. 112 free shipping. Got me on the phone today. However you view, I appreciate you, Trouble Bunny, however it is. Cheers up. I lurk quite a few lives and stuff when I can on my phone. Like at work, you can put it on and just listen. I'll usually put it up on the TV when I'm at home. It also depends. When we're running around doing different projects, sometimes I'll use my phone because then I can bring it with me. I don't have audio. It'd be sweet to have audio wrapped through the whole house. Then I could have something up on the living room or whatever and go downstairs and still hear it. So sometimes I will use my phone just so that if I am like listening to something, I can continue to listen as I move through the house. Anybody got any fun plans for today? Anybody else have some knives on their way in the mail? And why is this box so big? Why is this box so big? Do I have any Damascus? I do. I'm all cuddling up with this fresh box. Where's Paul when we need him? That'd have been a good one for Paul. Damascus, sure. Of course, when you look, you don't see anything. Here's one. Concept Super Hawk. Damascus Titanium Absolute Pig. Jesus. So that is a Concept Super Hawk Damascus. Forged Damascus. Like from someone. No. Not right now. I mean, I got some forged Damascus. Does that count? No. I'm not a huge Damascus guy. What do I have a couple over here. I have a couple Civivis. This one, the Appalachian Drifter 2 from Civivi. I have the Civivi Bull Tusk. Actually, several Damascus from Civivi. Now that I think about it. One that I actually like the most, this is probably my favorite of my Damascuses. I love the smell of a freshly delivered package in the morning. Ooh, mama. Right, Neil? This one here. The Civivi Shredder. Shredder. Why haven't you completed my new body? So this is kind of, they did not etch this. So it doesn't have as much of a contrast like that. You can see the difference. I really like it. And a Civivi Shredder is a cool one. Bigger knife. Got some Damascus. Alabama Damascus. Woo, dog. What's up, Fred? Boom. Yeah. That's got some rainbow funness to it right there. I'm getting some weird angles and lines on there. Morning, Jacob. How are you today? This is a fun one. This is one of the only like top flippers that I have that I can actually not do right now because I can't here. Boom. I am not good with the top flipper. I've broken fingers and thumbs and hands several times, so I kind of have weak grip, which is fine. Front flipper, boom. Smaller knife kind of has a slip joint-esque quality to it. Kind of a fun one. It does have a fuller flick out as well. Civivi Appalachian Drifter 2. That's been around for a couple of years. I've probably had it for a couple of years. I got this one right when it came out, the Civivi Bull Tusk with the Ultim. This is a super light yellow Ultim. This is like if you drink a lot of water versus this if you drink more Red Bulls and Mountain Dews and stuff. A little bit darker with the mustachio. Oh, oui, oui, Tri-State Tri-Stash V2. Definitely a winner. Bull Tusk is a fun knife. Bigger knife. Nice choke up on there. I love these jimps, the little ramped up jimp section. You got a little rampoon right there for resting. The Drifter was the first gift knife you got Sean when we started collecting. Don't eat yellow snow. Good tip. Good tip. Even if they say it's lemon shaved ice. Yeah, Drifter's a fun one. And got purple, good favorite color, you know. Sounds like a win. Everybody loves a gift knife. There's a way to practice grip strength, I've heard. Practice all the time, Neil. It doesn't improve strength, though. Oh, Lord. Double fisted her up this morning. I did not sleep well, which is fine. Sometimes you wake up and you're just kind of restless. And then I laid there and I played a couple of YouTube videos while I kind of laid, I didn't watch it. I kind of laid there and just kind of tried to fall back asleep for like an hour. But we're awake. So what are we looking at? It is now 8:30 in the AM on a Saturday. I have yet to do an unboxing in the year 2026. In the year 2000. In the year 2000. Bro, that is gross. What have I done? Who remembers that? And now that you think about it, that was something that was made prior to the year. What's up, Gerald? How you doing? Wife that buys knives for you? Lucky dude, no doubt about it. One of my co-workers, not married, but dating a girl, and I don't know, for those of you who don't know the fishing world, you won't understand right away. But his girlfriend bought him for Christmas a live scope. He's like, dude, I gotta go buy a ring for her. Gonna lock this one down. Like a gift from a girlfriend. They're dating a live scope. If you don't know how much that costs, or if you don't know what that is, it's basically it's a fancy fish finder, but they are gonna range in the $2,000 to $3,000 price. So you're dating someone and they buy you a live scope, like you didn't have to, but wow. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I'm jelly. Definitely jelly. And you know, some people, that's the way it works. It's and make sure you live within your means, you know. I want one, but I'm not buying one because it's expensive. You don't throw that one back. You're sounds like a keeper. Indeed. It's like, wow. Seriously? Like, yeah, I bought you this. It costs like $60. Shit. Oh, that's funny. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I stuffed up this morning. I'll live. Who wants to see what's in this package? Wait. That's one you stuff and nail to the wall. Full mug of coffee and in the shop with a blank stare. Dom, sometimes that's the way. You got to just get rolling. You get in there, at least you're there. You got your coffee, you got some tools and stuff in front of you. That's how you kind of start. You kind of look and you kind of like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Maybe it put her in debt, so now it's like, you're in debt. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Just stare at everything. Dom, I swear we're like identical. I would definitely do the same. Do I have a favorite unboxing knife? I got a package hatchet from Aries. Try to grab for knife openings. Oh, you spelled Aries wrong, and I still even got it right. My eyeballs aren't working, but I guess they're working. I guess I don't have one that I specifically reach for because I have so many all the time. I mean, I have the drop bear is close by that I use for the drop bear compare for like a size reference. I know other channels and stuff, they're like, oh, here it is next to this, here it is next to this. And I did that a little bit here and there, but then I kind of said, people know the size and stuff, and so I just kind of was like, all right, I'll put her next to the drop bear compare, and I'll have my little spiel. The drop bears are not quite full size. Daily carry, excellent knife. It's about the same size as your pyrites, your bug outs. etc., etc. So I would say I might almost use this one more often than not because it became part of my routine of the on the table. But I swear, if I'm sitting there and I'm about to do a boom, if this happened to be right there, I might pick it up. Or if I'm showing off what I was carrying that day, I might use that. So there isn't one. I know sometimes it's like, oh, it'd be cool, like, oh, this is my unboxing knife. Was it MC's got that real ugly kind of railroad tie spike that he uses. Everyone needs a good desk knife or two, right? Right? Dom's all caught up on making knives. Just got to keep the body moving so you don't freeze up, right? You got to get going for the day, get something done, be a little productive. Got to heat treat some pry bars. Donnie, do you use a kiln then? Or what do you heat? How are you going to heat treat the pry bars? Because I know when you do your knives, you use the, I don't know what the hell, the aluminum cold words. I am not looking for a spike package opener. I appreciate that, Brian, though. That just seems like, oh, look at this guy with his knife channel and his spike package opener that he copied from MC. Like, no. And to me, that's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a thing that is enjoyable. I mean, if you make a cool knife out of the spike, that's rad. You know what I mean? But like, I feel like if I were to have like a package opener that's cool, it would be like the Sheriff. You know? Be like this. Get in there, it's got a good feel, a good look, and you know, boom, it's sharp. And you can grab more deep, just lock into it. MC isn't the only one who uses them. Yeah, then I definitely don't want to, you know. Why the same as everybody? I don't unbox on camera as often anymore. I chopped right into one micarta on a fixed blade. Aww. When I unbox, as you may notice and see, I am very... There's Paul. Paul, you almost need to go back. I swear like there was 2 different things I said where you could probably clip them and enjoy it thoroughly. Insert dirty joke here. When I open a box, though, I always am big on, I get just a little bit of that tip control, not going, you know, some people love to be like, ah, yeah, you know, like, and I am personally, choose your path. Choose your path. Whatever path you want to take that's your choice. For me, I am never going to be like, you know, I am going to get in there with a controlled short tip and control that cut and not worry about, you know, what if there's a t-shirt or something in there that there was a giveaway and then whoop, cut it right in it. I've seen videos of people, oh, I cut that shirt, I cut that hoodie, I accidentally cut that bag. You bought a $300 leather bag and it's in a box and you went like this through the box and you cut right into the leather bag. Like, well, I mean, controlled cuts. Even if you were going to open it with this, then I would... always have trouble controlling that tip. Watch Tri-State cut stickers, plenty stickers in half, right? Wasn't the blocks, it was the plastic. And what are those, the sandwich, like clam packs, the plastic that's like just melted all the way around the side where you got to get in there and really cut. definitely cut away. One bad experience caused you to change. Yeah, I would say that too, but I still see people on videos where they are always like, well, you know me, I'm going to open it crazy. Like it's, you know, again, everyone does their thing. And I feel like sometimes you do it for, like if you've seen Ricky, if you guys have seen Ricky, Captain Ricky on Instagram, he does some where he's doing it to trigger on purpose and it's funny. You know, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but like he had one where it was like, you know, like he had the nice box and then he literally just goes right into the front of the box and then peels it back and pulls out this really on an expensive VHS, double wide EDC. Everyone go check out doublewideedc.com. It's Mad Yako and 1931 Leatherworks. Got a little combo page. They sell some cool stuff. Check them out. Check them out. Well, now my tip goes where I point it. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. This is the official first package of 2026. Why is it so stinking large? Be sure and tell them Large Marg sent you. Any last guesses? At least it's not full of bills. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. What knife am I going to use to open this box now? Now that we've been talking about it, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm going to grab anymore. Do I grab something I've already picked up for the day? Do I grab a favorite? Do I grab an unknown? Do I grab a rando? Fenrir's. Fenrir's are good. I have a couple of them. In fact, here is my Concept Fenrir Premium Lefty version. I usually grab based on what I'm wearing or based on what I'm going to do. Right. But whatever I grab to open this box isn't necessarily what I'll use for my daily carry. I also have the Tenable Fenrir. The budget version from Tenable. This is a button actuated top liner lock. You can see right there. And I love it. I think it's great. The Fenrir is an amazing knife. Good design. Strix or Sparrow design. Strix will be coming out soon. And I'm looking forward to it. Just snagged a Kaiser gavel today. Missed out on the giveaway. Had to make amends in my head. I bought a Kaiser as well. Should be here next week sometime. Be shady. So we'll use the Fenrir, I guess, since it's in my hand. So I'm going to grab it like this, get that controlled side cut. Bada boom, that's one. Another controlled side cut. Bada boosh, that's two. Sometimes I will even kind of give a little lift, little pull away, little separation, and I'll grab just this little bit so I can go like that. Perfect, clean, safe cut. I know I did not damage anything in the process. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the first unboxing of 2026. Shut up, what's in the box? Gwyneth. Ugh. Oh, it's longer than the box. The reason the box is so wide is because it's longer this way. It has to go like this. You're like, what are you talking about, Kenman? All right, let me make sure we have paper. Oh, that's wonderful. They always throw in, we got to get rid of the invoice with the address on it. I'll give you the first hint on where. I'm sorry, everything's backwards. We have a Smoky Mountain Knife Works box. Oh, good Lord, kids. We are in for a treat today. It's another poop knife. Oh, wow. I mean, you get a poop knife. You get a poop knife. Okay, so dagger. Medieval. It's backwards, I'm sorry. It says Repablobsima. That's one. Four-inch silver star. First purchase is going to be another fixie. TJ Swartz, Overland Sport. Needed a solid combo. And boom, box on the floor. Anybody recognize this? We have had one of these before. The Rough Rider Reserve. Wasn't my first knife like a boot knife? This one right here. Double-edged, yes. This is basically one of the first, my oldest knife in my collection that I won in like 3rd grade, something like that. So we've got a tri-pack today. We're going to set the Rough Rider Reserve over there. We're going to set this big one over here. We're going to get right to the one that you can see what's inside. We have a tape situation. Quick, throw it. Ooh. Box, well, let's see if the box says anything. 4-inch silver star. Nylon sheath, 3 millimeters. That's it. Box on the floor. Pouch, see, you can put it on your belt. So like you have like wow, look at all the protective tip. Is it oily? Not really. I'm going to get myself a oil cloth. Don't get me an oil cloth anyway. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove the protective tips. Wow. That's quite the snip of tip. Boom, last one. Pow. Anybody else have some throwing stars in their collection? This was an impulse buy. Remember when I was a kid, I was like 8. I got pulled into a police station for throwing ninja stars at the mayor's house. American Ninja 8. There it is. Ooh. The edge is, you know, I feel a little edge on there. That should stick into a tree at best. There you go. Little $5 throwing star. They have several, so you have some to choose from. First, we threw it at the tree, but then we got bored, and the house felt more appropriate. Stacy, what's up? How's it going, Stace? Boom. Yeah, you get a 6.5 points, 4.3 points. I had to go with the 7 because why not? It's kind of hard to hold on to without grabbing a sharp edge. Makes it even better. Like, oh yeah, I went to throw it and cut my finger on the edge. There it is. Get a glaive. Dude, I mean, Neil, we're going from $5 to glaive. Like, that's like switching from calling an Uber to Lamborghini. I love Lamborghinis, don't get me wrong. I'll take a glaive any time. Yeah, Jack Wolf did have those stars in Atlanta. The Ultim ones were pretty cool. So, nice little sheath. I suppose I can test drive the sheath one more time here. Drop it in. Oh, I'm going to put that on my, that's going to be premium factor kicking in, right? Dude, if I could, somebody makes glaives out there. What type of steel are these Ninja Stars? Good stuff. Stainless. Stainless. Ninja Squirrel. I mean, you know, we're well on our way. We're well on our way. What's up, Kane? All right. Number 2 of the impulse buys. How cool is this going to be? I don't know. Was it inexpensive? Yes. All right. Is there tape on there? I didn't see it. Oh, there is. Right on the corner. Right there. What a weird little spot for some tape. But we have made it. Wait, I should do the other one too, so it just slides easy. Slap. Okay, here we are, number 2. What's up, Joe K? Joe, you're here for first unboxing of the year. We've got some weird stuff. We've already looked at a Ninja Star. We have a throwing star in the house, which means we'll be throwing it soon. All right, we have medieval. Oh, this is okay. What's up, Lanyard Man? Special gold insert. I didn't say there was going to be gold insert. Felt lined gold insert box. What? What is my grail? Evo 3.0. Definitely. Bang on the floor. Let's set this in there quick, just as is. Really soak in the display. Oh. Yeah. My Grail is definitely an Evo. Those are sick. For the next time I go to medieval times, you know. All right. All right, kids. Is this of high quality? No. No. That's a poop knife. This is great, though. Look at the handle. Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, this is a cheapo. This is something. No, it is not sharp. I mean, could we make it sharp? Maybe. But it is not. There's an edge, but it's not much of an edge, no. Decent fit. Textured wrap. Nice looking pommel guard. For the price, this is ridiculous. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, yeah, we're looking at another stainless, nothing of high value, but that's great. This is just a cute, fun little, I mean, I don't know how much you could get away with depending at certain medieval, like, Ren fairs and stuff like that. They might not let you bring this in. But if you were going to be making a costume or something like that, you're going to be moving through Middle Earth or whatever. That's fun. Shall we go to, let's medieval times this bad boy. For the cheap price that these are, this is really well made. So that's some type of cast. You can see the edge, the seam on the side. Nice metal. Drops in there. Doesn't fall out. Trying to shake it out. It doesn't even move out of there. That's got a nice grip to it. That's fun. That's just fun. And I mean, every once in a while the kid in me must have. And for whatever, this was like, God, I don't even remember. It was under $20 or something like that. Stainless goodness. Stainless silliness. You know what I mean? That and the throwing star. I mean, come on. These will be nice little additions to the display type fun. And every once in a while, we're just going to be like, whoop at your cow. It's got a good fun feel to it. Get in there like that, get a hold of it. Twist and shout. We need a star test. I don't know. I don't have anything. Throw it into that box, maybe. Throw it into that box. You know what I'm saying? Gonna need another shelf to fill. I know, right? Paul's right. Daggers are cool. They're fun. Like short swords. Very cool. Am I going to try to put an edge on it? Once I get my thing set up, and then why wouldn't we? that it holds in there really well. I'm surprised. Feels solid. Doesn't wobble at all. Sometimes I've got some cheap gas station type knockoff stuff, and you go like this, and you can feel it wobble in there or whatever. Like this is not moving at all. You can pull it that much, and it's still solid in there. You got a nice pressure fit. Gets to right about there, and then it starts to get tight. Will it keep, like, the more you in and out, will it kind of just loosen up on you? She used to be. Dom made a little push dagger from a file once, came out good. I bet you it did. I bet you it did. All right. The reason I placed the order, this was the only thing I had on there in my cart that I found that I thought was cool, that I wanted. I've wanted one of these for a while. We have reviewed a Rough Rider Reserve on the channel before. It was this one right here. If you recall, I picked that up. Ken fixed, paid for that. I bought it in, he had me pick it up at Blade Show, Texas. And then we used it for a giveaway. So that was like for the, I don't know, was that the 10K giveaway? I can't remember exactly. So this one, $58, the Rough Rider Reserve bow tie, kind of toothpick design, slip joint, no lock, D2, solid. I put the Rough Rider Reserves in the same category as like your like Rosecraft slip joints. It's like a Harbor Freight survival knife. Throwing stars make good wind chimes for the shower. Lets the ladies know I'm cultured. You don't, yeah, how much wind do you get in the shower? Maybe he's got a windy shower, I don't know. And that is cool. So there are some cool Rough Rider Reserves out there. They're kind of the upgrade from their base model Rough Riders. And I've looked at them since I got that one and kind of checked out some of them I thought were cool and kind of been waiting. And this one went on sale, so I was half price, had to jump on it. Boom. Got the tube, box on the floor. Rough Rider Reserve tube. Their blue denim micarta is sweet. Got the pop-off top. Ooh, there we go. Set that on my leg right there. Got the little treat. And just a nice tube. There's some foam in there. What is that? Is it a... Oh, that's just the back of the embossed tubage. Embossed tubage. Built by hand, backed for life. Rough Rider Reserve. All right, set the tube. Here we are. How is that folded? Oh, is that? I can't see in the dark. There is a rubber band, elastic band right here. We have paper. Rough Rider Reserve cloth. Always built by hand and backed for life. Kathleen listening and lurking, doing some other stuff, had to stop and go back to the computer to comment. I don't put Rough Rider in the same class as Roadcraft at all. One step below for me. I didn't say that, Kathleen. I said Rough Rider Reserve. Rough Rider Reserve is different. You can see just by the packaging alone. Rough Rider, absolutely not. 100% agree with you, Kathleen. Rough Rider makes some good stuff. They are fun. I have a bunch of them over here, but at their price, you have a little bit, well, actually, this APTA is solid. Generally, they have a little more play, and their quality is definitely not the same. A solid standard Rough Rider generally is going to be $10, $20, not equal to like a Rosecraft. But the Rough Rider Reserved handmade ones are a step up. Definitely a step up. Is that DMX's knife company? Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yep. So we've got the wrap. So yes, I agree, Kathleen. I'm glad we got to make sure that that is clear, because someone could then go and just buy a Rough Rider for $6 and be like, why is this not the same? Well, it's because it's not. Because it's not. Wow, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, look at that. It's huge. I thought this was going to be, wow, okay. That sometimes you just never know. You never know. Wow. This thing is enormous. I thought it was going to be a shorter slip joint. We have the Rough Rider Reserve. Shoot. What is this one called? Number 41. You never know until it's in your own hand. This, I honestly thought this was going to be similar in size to this. I thought it was going to be similar in size to my Kentucky Holler Jack. This thing is enormous. I read the description, grateful. I look at it, I look at the pictures. It happens all the time. And both directions. Sometimes it's way bigger, sometimes it's way smaller. This is way bigger. All right, here we are. Okay, what do we got? Blade is solid. Wow, what a wild shape. Half stop, closed. Centering. Try to get a good angle there. Pretty much centered. Can pinch grab it. It's got a forward angle to it, no doubt. Look at that. The little notch back here that your pinky gets kind of locked in, kind of locks you in. The C. Reisner cutlery ones are fantastic as well. Tell me that's not a great shape. So we've got, what is the red handle? Bone? Or is it micarta? I think it might be micarta. And then a D2 blade with a Warney. God, that thing is huge. I did not realize. I like the angle and the design of this. It's just kind of fun. Can I show the Voltron? Yes, we can. Give me 1 second here. Boom, boom, oof. Definitely feels really nice in the hand. Good, solid bolster to scale connection. Smooth all the way around. Stop. Drop. Whoa. Oh. You're on fire. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. This thing is a beast. That's hilarious. Okay. Got the nice shield inlay in there. Rough Rider Reserve. D2 steel. China. It's a fun design. I just liked it. I thought it was a weird looking slippy. Tell me that's not interesting. A sway front? versus a sway back. Burning Stables is up in here. What's up, dude? Good morning to you. Just picked up a Rough Rider Reserve. Kind of a upgraded of the Rough Riders. Rough Rider is very budget, not the highest of quality. The Rough Rider Reserve is a step up from that. Still not ultra premium, but decent. Nice D2 blade on there. Action feels good. It's solid. No play. Which the more budget, you know, like you can buy a $6 Rough Rider, like I use for some of these fun shipwrecks. But there's always going to be a little wobble and play, and then the blade steel is generally like a 440 or something like that. This, you got a D2. Feels like it's a good thin edge. What's up, Robin? What do you think of the shape on this bad boy, dude? This thing is sick. Nice half stop. Nice and clean. Walk and talk. I almost wish it was smaller. All right. Voltron. This is the official original metal Voltron. I was going through my stuff, found some of my older toys, and this is it. This is the 5-lion Voltron. Do these go up when these should be up. So let's see if I can remember how to remove. Where's the button? So we can remove like a leg, for example, and then the leg transforms into the lion. Roar, roar. Oops, got to give him the tail. Woodland Monkeys, what's up? Second verse, same as the first. I put it in Terry's hands. What happens was out of mine. What's up, Eagle Scout EDC? How you doing? Sidetrack off of the knives for a second. This is the yellow lion. Boom. So we could sit here and transform all the lions if we wanted to spend the time. But we're just going to transform this one back. You tuck the legs up. Boom, boom, boom. There's the date of manufacturing, 1980, whatever. I can't see it. Give me my, hold on, let me get my old man. 1981. Yikes. 1981. And tail goes up, head goes forward, and then it goes on the foot of the black lion, forming the Voltron. And I'll form the head. Original metal beast. As a kid, I threw this around, beat it up, battled with it. And it's still, everything still works. We've got the heads on the, hold on, boom, got it. See that catch? So the heads launch off, boom. But I definitely threw this around and beat it up as a kid. And it's, here it is. Still works just fine. I should be hanging out with Brant talking G.I. Joes and toys. I got a bunch of G.I. Joes. I got a bunch of Transformers, GoBots, Star Wars toys. We'll start kind of using some of them to help decorate once in a while. The old toys, they hold up. They definitely hold up. So which part is Nate? Is he the foot with the gout? I love Nate. I collect more toys and figures as an adult than I did as a kid. Well, when you're an adult, you can, you know, you get to spend the money how you want. What's up, TC Blaze? Good morning. I got a box full of G.I. Joe parts, just legs and arms and the weapons and stuff. Dude, some of that's worth money. Sometimes you can find like a weapon or something off of one figure, and that extra accessory piece is worth more than the figure. The gold foam or like soft pillowy insert really sells it, right? Do I do any kit bashing? I used to all the time, dude. That's all I wanted to do was make like spaceships and stuff. I used to take old model jets and stuff like that, and then literally just kit bash them into like spaceships and stuff. So I had a few where it's like you pull off little parts from this and this and this and turn those into wings, and then turn this into a cockpit, and fun stuff. Just try to live easy, says Donnie. Easy like Sunday morning, bro. All the rubber bands, yeah, dude, old rubber bands just turn into nothing. Went crazy trying to find your old G.I. Joes because all the new ones are garbage, but found out they just released the old ones again. New packaging. Oh, Cicero's got all the old TMNTs. That's great. That is great. Christmas shopping for the kids, that's when you find them. God, I'm stuffy today. I'm sorry. It was cold yesterday. Did some ice fishing. It was fun. So we got this today. Boom. Nice little medieval dagger. I kind of like this design. I almost want to now find, like, have Brian or somebody make one. Although, to forge this out of high quality materials would definitely be expensive. I got my original, I got Gen 1 Optimus Prime downstairs too. Optimus Prime is probably another top one. And then I have my Jabba the Hutt playset with the Max Rebo band and the Rancor monster. I could set all that up too. That almost would be kind of cool. We could put Jabba the Hutt's palace up on one and then put the Rancor monster underneath it. Give you a good goal? What gives you a good goal, Brian? Saying to do something like this? I don't know. If I was making knives, boys, for you knife makers out here, I see 3 or 4 of you in here, I know. At least 4 of you. Yeah. Burning Stable still in here, that makes 4. I would definitely try to make some wild stuff like this. Although getting into this stuff, then you really got to start learning how to grab a hammer. So Donnie's out. Donnie's out. No hammers for Donnie. Banana pancakes. Ooh, that sounds good. Brian's going to try to make a sword this year. And even if you have a hard time with the length of the sword, daggers, wakizashis, smaller, like short swords, secondary swords. You could do stock guard removal. Silly. Yeah, you could. Just got to get thicker pieces. I just wanted to say you're not getting on a hammer. Burning Stable Forge is hungry. I'm hungry too. What am I eating? What am I going to eat? If I send you copper, would you use it to make a guard? I mean, if I get to that point, Dom, sure. I don't know. Does copper make good guards? I would like to hear from those makers and see if that stuff is hard to sell. Have any of you guys done that? Anyone? Donnie, have you ever made something like this, try to sell it? Brian? Dom? Burning Stables? Clayton? My bad. My brain was like, it was there. It was there. Burning Stables. Guards are fun to make. Made, yes. Sold, no. I can imagine that the time that would be required to put in for something like this is definitely going to put a hefty price. And then once you get in that price range, that kind of also now limits what your target audience. I'm talking on, I don't know shit. I just make stuff up as I go. But I could imagine like, okay, the time put into this, the cost that's going to be like, yeah, I can buy one of these when they're under $30 or whatever. But you buy one that was made by Donnie or something, you know, and it holds a higher value. And I'm not saying it's not of value. I'm saying it is. The time, the sweat, and the love and the care put into something like this, 40 hours of time, that's, I mean, minimum wage, 40 hours, plus expertise, paying for the knowledge, the expertise to be able to do it in the first place. Hate Nate, my man's in them. Hate Nate, they wanted to call you the foot with gout. Hate Nate's definitely the strong pelvis. You sent a dagger pick? All right. Wow, I don't have any room on my table right now. I've got weird stuff all over the place. Hate Nate, check it out. We have the dagger of giving, or the dagger of life, or the dagger of taking. We'll need to come up with a good name for it. The dagger of, I don't know. I almost need to display it like this. Nate the Gimpy Limp. Cool blade at 30 or less, but doubt you'd be holding it at 1,000 to 1,500. Well, you would hold it. You hold it, you look at it, you're like, yep, and set it. Taking it out into the field, although, I mean, who walks around with medieval daggers? I mean, maybe that'd be a cool thing. The big Bowie I made took a while and was all made by me. Fun though. Send some pics. I think I've seen it. It's on your page, right? I made a cyan dog, which is a small dagger. Send some money. Yes. Yeah, it is. It would be, again, of extreme value. Yet that makes it more, I don't know, words? Let's look at this picture that Donnie sent. You sent me a post or there it is. Oh. Ooh. Cheesy Moon. Wow, look at this creation by the Don. Wow, Laser Ghost in the house. Look at this. When did you make this, dude? Holy smokers. Can I not go to the next one? I gotta do this. Boom. Oh, Donnie be making... When did you make that, Donnie? When did you make that? And how long is that blade? Probably 12, 14-inch blade, something like that. 11-inch, it says. How many hours you put in that? 16-inch overall. Robin says, gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, this is sick. That is definitely cool. Good work on the Don. Many hours, many hours. I believe it. And I suppose getting a grind on both sides and then getting it to be even and then straight, but then at the same time, when you look at it from the side, like, I can imagine. I can imagine. It looks great. Stacked leather handle, is that what that is? Which means they take the leather and they make the circles, and then you basically leather, 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 leather. So it's the thin layers all stacked. That's what it looks like. Very cool. Burning, Clayton sent in some as well here. Oh, mama. See, this is more real world, practical. I mean, yeah. So here's Clayton from Burning Stables, the Bowie that he made. Yes, that is choice. Nice looking butt, that little hook on the end there. Oh, look at that. Your hand just gets stuck in there. Yep. That's cool. Could lop an arm off with that pig. Right? There's the pieces. Fantastic work, dude. That is a choice. Very cool. Boom. Magnus Lutz. Oh, there's Thomas. We've got them all. And all for the head. Dun, 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 dun. Magnus Lutz connects. Love you guys. Love you all. Love you all. That's not a knife. A smoosh. That's a knife. Well, we got the 18th theme today. I don't know why. I mean, the thing is the reason it works is because you guys know exactly what it is. We are one and the same. You and me, and you and me, and you and me. Hot bean juice is life, bro. Dude, hot bean juice all day. I need to make another cup of hot bean juice in a second here. What's the Magnus Lutz meaning? Okay. They're special. They're my special boys. They're my special boys. No, they are the ones that are crazy enough to donate at a high rate. I have channel memberships. Basically, I don't push channel memberships. I don't recommend it. If people want to support the channel and want to help out, I appreciate it. I don't really push it very much, but I do have channel memberships, and I have some really amazing members, and I have different levels. And then basically, the Magna Sluts are all at the Magna Cut level. They're all the top level, and so I had to basically create something special just for them, for being the incredible contributors and supporters of the channel that they are. They got masks on the way in the mail. I made them some Jason masks. We're making some bowling shirts, and when we start making knives, you know, the first people that are going to start getting them. Yeah. I get it now. I got to do something, you know. It's tough for me because it's like someone's like, oh, I want to be one too, and it's like I that'd be great, but I don't want to push to make people think that they need to donate monthly. You know, does that make sense? I am very grateful in my supporters. Don't AI us a theme song. I don't want it. I don't want it, please. If you want to write us a theme song, cool. But if you want to use AI to make it, I'm not interested. People are starting to rely on it too much. It was okay as a mild tool for certain things, but now it's turning more into like the only tool. And I don't want to do it. I took my partially AI logo and redrew it Simpson style to become more of, I don't know. It has some pros and cons, or I don't know. To me, I think if people were just using AI to make funny memes and stuff, sure. But everyone's thinking it's the best tool, so then now that's all they're going to use, and everything's going to slowly just become, oh, the only way anything is done is through AI. And I'm not interested in it. I really am not. I've seen AI made prompted songs, and I don't like them. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Not to be negative Nancy on it, but there was a time where you got Weird Al, you know, is a human being that sat down and came up with some funny stuff and wrote songs. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm not interested in it. I'm interested in supporting creative people. And if someone is creative and they come up with something on their own without using AI, I want to support them doing that. Weird Al. Well, it's based off of humans, right? But it's not. What happens is if that there's a stance. There is a Terminator stance. That's the more we're like, oh yeah, this is good, and then we use it, and then we're like, oh well, but it also will work for this. Oh, that's great. No, it'll also work for this, and all of a sudden that's it. We don't have anything anymore. There's no research. There's no nothing. It's just straight up enter it into the AI. I know you're trolling. I'm still going to voice my opinion on it. I don't plan on using it as a tool unless it's absolutely required, or, you know, but even then I might find a workaround where I'm like, well, maybe I'm not interested in this project anymore. Ordered the White Mountain Knives exclusive Vosteed Thornton. I hope you like it. The Vosti Thornton? I don't know about that one. You've got a knife in me. See, yeah. I just am not a fan. And like, I appreciate everyone, and like, I don't want to try to put anybody down or anything, but that is one thing I'm not interested on the channel, is utilizing AI for pretty much anything. I want to continue to promote creative types. And I feel like, oh, AI is a tool, so anyone can do it. Anybody can do it now. But I feel like, in my case, I'm just a bullshitter. I'm just here. Anybody can do this. But there's a reason that some things are good and some things are bad. And some things are bad because they're done by people that aren't good at it. There's a lot of rich people out there that open up a restaurant because they're like, oh, I want to open up a restaurant. I have money. But they don't know how to run a restaurant. And then everyone says, oh, restaurant business is the hardest business. It's the least likely to become successful. And the reason is because of the stats. The stats are that 90% of the people that open restaurants are trust fund kids and people that have money that have no idea how to run a restaurant. And they just use the money to open the restaurant, and then the restaurant closes. And the reason that the good restaurants are good is because someone spent the time to make sure that everything was good, paying attention to the details, putting the time and effort. They could run it successfully if they used AI. And so the stats get flipped upside down because there's too many rich people with money that never actually had a real job that are now using that money to start jobs, but then they fail at that job because they don't realize that they actually have to work. Truth facts. Spitting truth facts. Delicious. So, we got a star. I wonder if, you guys want me to throw this at something. I could maybe throw it at this box. Maybe. I don't know. Is it a good idea? Probably not. But if I go like this, target, right? Target. Not for indoor use. I know, I'm going to throw it into the wall or something, I'm sure. So how are we going to do this without, okay. I don't think you understand how bad rich people taste. Oh my God. Lemmy is God. That's hilarious. Don't think you understand how bad rich people taste. What do people think about the new movement? What? Okay. I don't know anything about that, but then I realized it's like, that's not a topic for here. Did I just draw a boob? I should have drawn a boob. Yeah, talking about AI is probably the deepest combos that we're gonna have on here. Let's throw stars at cardboard and potentially break it. I don't know. There's a difference between using a tool and making sure it works. Brian, firing up the forge in the morning. All right, I'm going to back up a foot. I'm consistent. Upper left corner here. I mean, is this legit? Donnie's firing up the Bolski. What I've been telling. All right, I love you guys very much, but yeah, taxes isn't something to discuss here. When we start getting into things like that, I'm not. That's for other places. That's for other places.
This is Magnasuits. Most regular people would say it's hard. But any streetwise son of a bitch knows, don't fuck with this. Only the chosen know, bitches. The dagger can only be named by the lament configuration.
Ha! $20 from Hate Nate, spitting some truths, spitting some beautiful words. Thank you, Hate Nate. Only the lament configuration can name the dagger. Listen to a little Pantera in the AM? For sure. Donnie, come here. You can we can smoke and swing the hammer, and you could run the grinder. Sounds like a great time over at Brian's. Thank you, Hate Nate. Let's do it again. Here we go. Star. Ooh. Closer to the good old bullseye right here. The 7-pointed star, ladies and gentlemen. You need to draw a circular target on. I did. Well, it's not very circular, but it is. I did. It's just you can't see it because it's in pen. What did I miss? That's definitely a boob. And you draw what you love, right? Want to make a star? It probably wouldn't be that hard to do, I suppose. Let's throw it again. I'm literally, okay, 3 feet. 3 feet is about here. I'm about 5 feet away. I am definitely consistently throwing high into the left. I'm definitely consistently throwing high and to the left. Do I need to make an official, like, throwing wall over here? Can I throw it with my non-dominant? Ugh. I will try that outside. But non-dominant hand throwing sounds a little sketchy. This is, believe it or not, it's kind of weird to hold because you're holding points and they aren't super sharp, but they're sharp enough that you're kind of holding it kind of almost like a pinch grip rather than grabbing around one of these. So it does feel kind of. I tell you though, that we're doing it. We're doing it. Wow. It's actually a pretty sweet target. Who knew? Yeah, all you gotta do is buy a dagger with your throwing star. And then they provide you with a target at the same time. What's not great for the pocket? Well, that's why they give you this. See, I put this on the belt and just, once that's on your belt, bro, you can just star it up, bro. Right in the pocket, right on the pouch there. Boom. right? What the hell's a log cookie? Log cookies? I say yes to a throwing wall. Velcro hatchet throwing game? I've never seen Velcro hatchets. I have some throwing knives I can send you. I have some, I mean, I'll check them out. I have these SOG throwing knives. These are huge though. If I threw this, it'd go through that box. It's thick. It's heavy. But I got a little 3-pack of these bad boys from SOG. Do I need a poop knife to cut my log cookies? We haven't done this today. Have I ever done a sitting? Wonder if I can do this sitting. All right, let's try it. They're just so light. I need to get heavier poop knives. Here we go. Here we go. And we're juggling poops. And now we're throwing poops on the floor. I keep saying it. You've seen it here first. Nobody else juggling poop knives on their channel. Log cookies are end grain log cut with a chain. Oh, yeah. Log cookies. I have too many munchkins running around the house to throw knives inside. I could do it. I could while taking a dump. Am I a carny? I do own more than one unicycle. Wait, you own more than one? It's a unicycle, one. No, I own more than one. My 3-armed buddy loves the SOG set. Should we do the big knives? We don't have room in here for it, but we could do it quick. What the hell? I'm feeling dangerous today. Feeling dangerous today. More than 2. All right. This is never a good idea in here. Much easier when there's more weight. I didn't drop, so we're gonna quit before I do. We're gonna quit before I do, which is classic. I got, oh shoot, there. That was weak. That was probably the weakest juggling I've done in a while. It did not feel smooth at all. Did not feel smooth at all. More poop knives? I have 4. I mean, when you start a collection of poop knives, you know, how many can you have? I wasn't prepared for this as he pulls out knives from under the table. Well, you know, you know. I haven't juggled. Last time I juggled those was on a live stream. So I don't know if anyone remembers. It's probably been a month. I don't even know. It's been a little while. I'm alive. Were you born in the circus? Non-serrated poop knives. I need to get a couple serrated ones, huh? Potentially. Potentially. Juggle with the mask on? I can do that. Dan and Dong have ginormous. We have large. I mean, it's big hands. Show off the poop knife. We have a silicone coated lanyard hole, boasting a steel core, dishwasher safe. Excellent. Excellent. Solid stuff. Give us a sales pitch. You ever make one of them poops so goddamn large you didn't even know how to flush? You're like, what am I gonna do? I got this poop here. I need to find a way to split it into multiple poops. I've never required. I didn't desire to require, but I desire. It's good to want things. It's good to want things. And one thing I do not want is having the requirement. Like, honey, where's the poop knife? Can you bring it in here, babe? Honey. Well, why did you leave it? Oh, I left it in the dishwasher. What are these spots on the plates, honey? I'm noticing all these spots on the plates and the glassware. Do you know where what is this? It's like a residue. What would be my catchphrase? There's got to be a good one in there somewhere. Big out your butts, it cuts. Don't I have it? I feel like I do. Maybe. I did. The one did come with instructions. Of course, I don't know where they went. Unfortunately. But yeah, it did have a little instruction care sheet. It's like a poop guillotine. Ooh. What, so then you have to take the poop out, place it in the guillotine? Gotta stir shit up with the Dan Knife Colon Cutter V2. It's like a cigar cutter. What is wrong with us? Nothing. That will always be funny. That will always be funny. So we got the throwing star. Very cool. We got the new dagger. Kandarian dagger. Only a Voorhees can destroy a Voorhees. Straight out of medieval times. All I do is eating shit. I'm going to live forever. I could pass Elvis. Elvis died on the toilet. Up yours today. Wow. So the actual reason I made the purchases was the Rough Rider Reserve. I don't remember what this is called. I probably need to look it up. Oh, that little forward angle though. Woo! Interesting, slippy. Standing in your bathroom cutting up oversized turds will never not be funny. This thing is huge. This is, I mean, is this 8? It is. It's over 8. 8 1/8. Unbelievable. I was for sure thinking it was about that size. Look at the size difference. Small knife, big relief. The official KDK poop knife. Did old Dennis Leary stand up? Because I'm an asshole. Have I seen the Worksharp RMX? Yes. What about it? Have I held it? Have I touched it? Have I used it? No. For those that don't, hold on, know what we're talking about, I can bring it up. We have looked at it before. It's their first, is it their first knife? I think. It does have an option that you can swap it from fold or standard like button locked. Cut the shit. The ultimate KDK poop knife. Anybody else pick one up? Magasaurus bought one. You liking it? Did you switch it to auto or do you leave it as it is out the box? Where's my mouse? There it is. It's, what is it? Is it a Magna Cup blade? I don't remember now. M390. Auto / manual, 4.3 close, so almost 7.5 total. Monster pivot. So it works as a button lock or an auto. The RMX is a bit gimmicky. You got the reverse Tonto and then you switch it to auto right away. Sounds fun. Tired of waffle stomping those pesky turds down the shower drain? Try a Kenman, Dan. Try. Sometimes I can't even make it work. And it does have the baloney nip pivot, though. I kind of like that in this case. In this case, yes. Generally, I prefer not quite the baloney nip. What's up, Steven? Lacks deployment methods in non-auto. Oh, I didn't even think about that. It's basically an auto. You set it up for an auto because, yeah, the deployments, there is no deployments, huh? And doesn't have a detent. So, yeah, if you're setting it up auto, I'm sure if it's a solid auto. Magnesium integral is pretty cool too. And I'm not a huge auto guy. It's got a nice profile to it. Not terrible. That little finger chole gets you up in there. It's fun. That's the beautiful thing about our hobby is there's so many options out there. So many good things. Shit out of luck for jobs. Too tough to flush. Get yourself the amazing KDK Ultimate Poop Knife for just $9.99. But wait, there's more. If you act now, you get a special wiping cloth. It's not disposable toilet paper. It's a special wiping cloth. And you have to say it like that. You have to say cloth. Wiping a cloth. What's it made out of, you say? 120 grit sandpaper. Ooh. Put a tiny piece of Gorilla Tape on there for easy open. Interesting. Like a little grip tape section. I'm sure no one else would put put it on a $140 knife. If it works for you, though. But wait, act now, and I will personally come by and do a real-life demonstration. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of the run. So no knife required. So you get my special spatula. If my nephews are watching right now, they're probably just rolling on the floor like all this poop talk. It will always be funny. I'm sorry. Or I'm a juvenile. That's fine. Got to run. Try to make it back. If not, have a great weekend. Right on, Clayton. I'm excited to see everyone. Stay tuned. Little sneak peek. Little sneak. Clayton and I are working on some ideas. Burning Stables Forge. So stay tuned for some fun in the future. Got the rot gut? No, I'm just trying to, trying to come up with something funny. Hey, Nate. And what's funny? Diarrhea. That's just funny. The fee caliber. Go get your mom's purse. The Dan Knife fee caliber is available. I got lots of silly mod ideas. I have to make a video one of these days. Do it. Do it. Sometimes Lakeside, silly mods like that inspire innovation, right? And then maybe someone will come up with like, oh, and then all of a sudden a company puts a rough texture, like literally puts a rough texture on part of the blade, and then that becomes like a grip point. Is anyone doing that right now? Actually texturing the blade with a, rather than like a fuller groove or a notch or a hole or something like, is anyone actually putting like a texture in a spot? I've wanted to do that forever. The poop cleaver. Ooh, poop scissors. As funny as that sounds, us knife guys aren't really big on the scissors. Beth, get my wallet. They have a 3-pack on special. I'm definitely interested in that though. Imagine, because you got something like, let's say like right here, we've got my Finch knives, nocturnal, flipper tab only, but I can get in there and flick that out. So even with nothing on there, I can still flick that out. Kind of might slip once in a while, but what if there was just the slightest little rough texture right there that was actually for, because I can kind of roll it out with my thumb just by putting a little pressure against it. But you put that little texture on there, then all of a sudden that becomes like an extra flick it out ability. Innovation. Sunburst turd. A little cracked clay with knobs representing peanuts. We went on a corn and peanut diet. Rough Rider Reserve, kids. Most of the Rough Rider Reserve knives are in that $50 to $70 range. I think they're all D2 steel. Definitely a more solid step up. And I believe it looks like it says they're all handmade. Always built by hand, backed for life. The Rough Riders Reserve, built by hand. So I don't know exactly the full details of it, but the action looks nice. It's smooth. It feels good. You're still looking at an under $100 slip joint range price, but I feel like this is solid upstep from the budget versions. Kenman Laser Lakeside Collab Cutter. Sounds great. You made national news with all the snow you got? I didn't hear about that. Got a snow blow again today. 3 feet for brand new American. Woo! That's some stuff. We're doing pretty good on the snow here right now. Ooh, this handle. This handle speaks to me in ways. I'm really enjoying the notch. Things where they got a notch. This is a larger handle, so my 3 fingers sits there and my pinky fits in that notch. Boom. Lakeside did a video about the Gorilla Tape idea. Thumb studs on a $110. Never going to get on the ice at this rate. With 3 feet of snow over the top of it. Yeah, that's wild. I got out yesterday, BNA. I put probably at least 20 or 30 bluegills. Well, I didn't. I threw them back. A lot of them were small. We got on some dinkers. A couple nice ones here and there in between. Did get a about 11-inch crappie. It was the only crappie, hoping the crappies were going to come through. We're all ready for it, but then the sunset bite was just weak. Versus it was a decent bite all day. That's a fun design. Anything worth taking home to eat? Yeah, there were definitely some, but we were just trying to get out and just get the time going. And had we started hitting on those crappies, then we definitely just catching the same fish over and over. No, I mean, been there. There's tons of bluegill. Where we went, there's lots of them. That's kind of one of the reasons we go, just to get started off. And like I said, we went out to the spot that we've got kind of waypointed out. We got out there, we drilled one hole. I dropped my camera down, and it was like fish, 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 fish. Like, oh, we're here. You know, we don't even need to search around. And we were pulling them out from 10:30 in the morning till about 6:30 p.m. Although the sunset is when it's weird. That's usually the sunset bite is when it gets hot. Those crappies come in the spot we were at. That's what we were hoping for. I did have one pike. We saw him on the camera. He came through like 3 or 4 times and then took my dead stick. And then he bumped off right at the hole. So I was winding him up and then boom, right at the hole. What am I carrying in 2026? A lot of stuff. Lakeside, you're not rude at all. I didn't even see it like that in the slightest. Everyone go check them out. I don't fish with a Vexilar or devices or electronics of any kind. Respectable. What is my EDC today? I haven't decided because I woke up, I made some coffee, we started doing this. I don't know. A lot of times, like if I do a video, like I just got this might be today's. This is the Rough Rider Reserve. I don't remember what it is. I need to look it up right now so I can properly discuss. If you go to like SMKW and then go to type in Rough Rider Reserve, you'll get all of their reserve knives. This one is called the Shapeshifter. Rough Rider Reserve Shapeshifter Folder Red Chili Micarta. So we have the red chili micarta, stainless on the bolster, D2 on the blade. These retail for $55. I don't use electronics, just M80s. Boom. It's near impossible to be rude in here. Well, for the most part. Right? Michigan got hit. The bridge closed for a few days for Stephen as well. The moon was still up at 6 this morning. You live 5 minutes from your fishing spot. And especially if you find a spot, you have a spot, you know the spot. You learn the spot. That's like we knew. We still check, I still drop the camera down, but we knew like, oh, we've been here many a times, many last years. It's one of the reasons we went there first. It's like, oh, let's just go to an old reliable spot that we have. And we got out there and you could literally go out there and not need electronics because it's all of, 12-foot deep spot, nice hole that we go find on a weed edge. And you catch them pretty good. I always have good luck catching fish at the grocery store. It's the best lake in town. They have some good ones in there too. You ever get yourself some of that sushi? Who likes the sushi? I dig on the sushi. Yeah, I'll probably carry this today. I'll make a video for this, post it up, and then that'll be my main. Generally, to be honest, I thought this was smaller. I thought this was gonna, because this has been a daily fifth pocket carry. My C. Reisner cutlery, Kentucky Holler Jack, 154 cm, gorgeous, smaller fifth pocket slippy. So I usually will have a main, I'll carry a closer to full size main like this Remet Meteor, and then I will have a secondary, which will be a smaller little folder like this Civivi Baby Banter. And then I have been carrying this pretty much as my third dairy carry because it's great. But this, the size of this, I mean, if you look, disappears easily. And this is not the same. So I thought this was going to be the same, but we are significantly different in size here. And so this is not going to become a fifth, a secondary. Look at that. It's enormous. I'm not mad about it, but I did think it was definitely going to be smaller. Kevin Smith and Nas, what the hell? So, Kevin, do we have the other one locked down then? I know we missed out on the first one, which is fine. I get it. No big deal. I almost think the second one looks better, though, to be honest. So, lock her down, Kevin, and we're in. It's going to be a blast. And anyone going to Blade Show, Texas, going to meet up with us, have some fun. We are going to have a rip-roaring good old time. I tell you what. And if you can't make it to Texas, you go ahead and meet us in Atlanta. Because I'm going to be in Atlanta as well. It's better, cheaper, and closer. The pictures look better, I thought. So, choice. We're getting an Airbnb. Party Central at Blade Show, Texas. Yo! Kevin's gonna go to Atlanta too. Honestly though, I was thinking about this, and I don't know, it hasn't been decided yet because it definitely would save some money. But Atlanta, I almost just want to try to book a room in the hotel right there. Because then you can, like, we're hanging out, you just go into the pit, have a good time, and then just stumble up to your room at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Versus Texas, there is no hotel connected. You know, you're going to walk a couple of blocks or whatever. And if you're walking a couple of blocks, those hotels are expensive. The one I got was like maybe 5 blocks away in Texas, and you know, a couple $100 a night. And that's probably what it will be for the one. Donnie only uses B&Bs. No air, just the B&B. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a bunch of us going to be in Atlanta, so maybe that becomes a thing that then, you know, we get a place. We can figure out a way to group travel it or whatever. Me. But I feel like there might be something to be said for Atlanta just staying in that hotel, like right there. I had a 10-mile away hotel, so I had to drive. So it's like you're hanging out, the party, the pit is great, but I know I got to drive 15 minutes to get back to my room. You kind of miss out on some of the potential of like just getting rowdy in the pit for hours because you don't have to drive. Let's get through Texas first. But the end of Texas, that'll be March, and we're only 3 short months away from Atlanta, so it's like we got to start staying on top of it. Steven carries 2 knives as well. Slip joint is for food. Got sick of knives not cutting in restaurants or not having one at work for lunch. Boom. Does it Apple? Indeed. What's up, Co-Bunny? Usually carries the Raja too. Donnie, I drive 30 minutes opposite direction just to hit the coffee shop I like every morning in Atlanta. It must be some good coffee. What is the air part? Oh, I gotta turn that off. It used to just be a B&B, bread and breakfast. Now it's an Airbnb. It's I don't know. Restaurant steak knives go in the dishwasher. They live a hard life of abuse. Saw an Airbnb that was one of the houses in Stranger Things. Just sleep in the parking garage in Atlanta. Problem solved. I can't believe that the parking garages are so cheap you would think that they would just overcharge for that, but it's actually pretty cheap, which is amazing. And I never had any issues. Every morning I drive in and then get there, and it's like there's places to park that are close right away, which is cool. And it's not expensive. Trouble Bunny and I will be at Atlanta this year. All right, Sean. Fantastic. We'll discuss it as the time comes. But anyone who's ever going to be going to Texas or Atlanta, please get a hold of me. Let me know. I'd love to be able to meet up at least and chat for a little bit at the show. Mitten State, what's up? Wake up where you need to be. The Rough Rider Reserve Shapeshifter. It's my first purchase. I bought it on January 1st, 2026. And I also bought this as an impulse with it. You know that gold just makes you go, mm-hmm. China knives suck? I don't think so. What are you doing with it though? If I'm gonna sit there and hold it like this and go like this, I think it's great. I think that's fun. This Chinese knife is awesome right here. This Chinese knife is awesome right here. High quality right here. This Chinese knife is awesome. Absolutely love it. And what's this over here? Oh, Chinese knife. I tell you what, it's awesome. Poor quality, still try to put an edge on it. I'm not even gonna I'm not even going to talk about it. It's pointless. You clearly have no idea. I have probably 300 Chinese knives, and several of them I've used a bunch. I've sharpened them, I've used them, I've cut with them, I've beat on them, I've resharpened them. After you do that, you come back and you tell me poor quality, still try to put an edge on it. That's some of them are, yeah. Some of them are. But there's also some American-made stuff that's poor quality and overpriced. I don't know. I think there's good people all around the world. There's bad people all around the world. There's hard workers all around the world. There's poor workers all around the world. There's high quality stuff made in many places. There's low quality stuff made in many places. But just because China is a big place, and there's a lot of smart people there that know what they're talking about, and know what they're doing. And we could talk, but we don't. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. We don't talk stuff like that. But some countries have different thoughts, different policies. You don't agree with it, but doesn't mean there isn't some people that live in that place that are hardworking, dedicated people. You know what I mean? You don't get to pick where you are or where you're born and where you live, but you get to pick how you live. And some people have some companies that work hard. And if I didn't have several hundred examples of what we're talking about right now, I would maybe feel different about it, but I do. And they're good. There's a lot of really good companies. Cheers to them. What's everyone getting into today? 10:23 on a Saturday. I like rocks. Jason, I'm over this already. Try a case, a K-bar, a Benchmade, and compare the steel. I have case right here. I have another case right here. I have another case right here. You know what this case is? This case is crap. It doesn't hold an edge. This is a $70 case. It's wobbly. The blade isn't solid, and the steel that they use doesn't hold an edge for very long at all. You got to resharpen them all the time. I have a Benchmade right here. It's got lock rock. I've hardly ever used it. What was the other one? K-bar? I got a K-bar. I have all the companies that you are saying. And they, dude, case knives case knives don't hold an edge. I have 6 or 7 case knives. Don't hold an edge, and not a single one of them is solid. This C. Reisner cutlery with 154 cm, this blade does not move at all. Absolutely no movement and no play. We've got a Rough Rider Reserve right here. Solid, open, no movement. This is solid. Solid. You're making slip joints. They should be solid. Classic case, medium Stockman. Let's open this up. Why does that blade wobble that much? Why does it wobble so much? I don't understand. Because it's better? It must be because it's better. But that's fine. It's fine. Everyone has their opinions, and I appreciate and respect yours. But you can talk about what you think is good, and you can talk about what you think is bad. But if you talk about what you think is bad, but you don't have anything to back it up, there's a difference. There's a difference. Benchmade, I'm not a fan of Benchmade. Benchmade is overpriced. Way overpriced for what you get. You want a Benchmade, buy a Devo. You're going to be way happier with it. Yeah, Benchmade can make a great knife. I would take a couple different Benchmades, but the fact is they've decided that they're going to charge a significantly amount more. Why can I buy a Hogue Deca for like 130 bucks in MagnaCut? That's an American-made Hogue Deca in MagnaCut for under $150. If you were to buy that exact same thing, the Benchmade warranty, what's better about their warranty than other companies? Other companies have the same warranty. Had a standing poplar fall in your yard? Ooh, got some wood out of it. That's great. If you want a home run after home run, go with ProTech or TRM. It also depends. It just depends on what you're looking for. How do they try to justify their prices? Oh, with their warranty? No, their prices, I mean, without getting into it, they got a good deal with a couple of things like being able to sell military and stuff like that. And when you basically get a huge contract with military, and now everyone in the military has to buy this or this, and you're on that list, but they get an extreme discount, you can go ahead and mark everything up even higher because they're taking advantage of people. They got that contract, and then boom, prices go up. But then what happens is when you're military, you have that. And I respect the military 100%. Thank you for your service. But now it becomes something where they only can buy and carry certain things, and they get a huge discount on them. So now the company goes and like, oh, look at this sweet deal we got. Let's mark them up real high. They get their discount. We still make money off of it. And everyone else that isn't in that has to pay this extreme fee for something that's not really that great of a product. New version of the Altitude and S90V. Cool. Well, yeah, I have several examples of junk Rough Rider knives too. And I'll tell you that. But because a $10 Rough Rider is junk doesn't mean that a Devo Stout V2 in Vanex and titanium is junk. completely different things. And so if you just say China, you're talking about both things. What's up, Greg? Bunch of curly maple that you put aside too. Dude, people burn amazing wood. Amazing wood that could be used for stuff, and some people just like don't even realize what they got, they just burn it. And I get that, that's fine. But man, I've seen some huge slabs of like walnut. Oh, she cut it up and burnt it. It was like, what? You could have probably sold that slab for $1,000. What's Greg up to? I prefer my LMAX Proto, but love the Vanex. I have not used LMAX before. And also, yeah, we're talking about knife quality and material quality. It still comes down to how it was made, how it was heat treated. You know, you can make something really cool looking, but then if you heat treat it poorly. Again, Jason, you are bringing up minute things. One Chinese company infringes on American patents. Sure, that might happen. But there could be American companies that infringe on patents too. That doesn't put every single Chinese knife in that category. And that's where you're having some issues. Is you're basically saying everything that you're saying is, oh, well, Rough Rider makes cheap junk and this company stole a patent, so all Chinese companies are bad. That's just where you're wrong. They're not all. Not every human from certain places is the same.
How about this? A Strider, $1,200 plus knife, right? Not trashing anyone that likes Striders, but they are clunky, not centered pieces of shit if you ask me.
Yes.
Benchmade and the Axis lock can piss off too.
There you go. Another opinion. Hate Nate's opinion. I agree with that. And once the patents for that Axis lock, crossbar lock expired and other companies were able to use it, they made it better. If you had it for this long and no one can use it, you didn't make it any better. And now I'm going to submit that I have quite a few other companies that are doing crossbar locks that are way better than the Benchmade version. Why is that? There's shit in all colors and sizes. Correct. That's what I'm getting at, B Shady. Hello, Param. You only need to say it once. We got it. We got it. Make crossbar knives go away. Yeah, a lot of people are falling out of it because too many people are doing it. They can make a quality blade. They can. But they also overcharge for it. They had a patent. You don't change your patent till it's up. You can't improve on it. Just because you have a patent doesn't mean you can't continue to innovate and make it better. That doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, well, we have a patent, so we only make this. But it's like, well, but if we change the spring a little bit and we do this, it might be better. Oh, no, we can't do that because we have a patent. Like, you can always innovate and create and improve on. Crossbar locks can be great. I have several. And I agree with Nick. Love what you love. Be happy with it. But some people are going to love stuff that maybe you don't like. And that's fine. There are Benchmade people out there that have nothing but Benchmades and Spydercos, and I have one Spyderco. I have one Benchmade. There are some other Spydercos I'd like to get. And there's a couple Benchmades I would take, but I don't really seek them out. And right now I've got a new one that I kind of want to send to them to have them fix. And I thought about putting other scales on it. But then I saw that, like, if I were to take that thing and try to fix the lock rock myself, it would void that warranty. So now I can't even do anything to fix it except for send it to them. To each their own, with happiness in mind. Right. And then when I see people that just like when you put something in such a generic, you can't just say Chinese knives suck. Like there's 1,000 companies that you're all putting into that same category. And there are a few out there that are amazing. So you can't do that, is basically what I'm saying. You can say there are many Chinese knives that suck. Yes. That's what I see. I hate clones, but there's nothing I can do other than not buy them. That's what you do, Nick. I don't like clones either, and I don't support them. I don't buy them. Oh, well, there is a really cool, I was buying some gravity knives, and then I was like, oh, look at this. They had a gravity knife for like $45 on Amazon, but it was a direct ripoff of another company. And I was like, I'm not going to buy that. If I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy that one. I'm not going to buy the ripoff. If you are making a direct copy ripoff, I'm not interested. That's not cool. Best spray guns are made in Germany and Japan. People think USA only, but we don't make the best of everything. Facts. So the best spray guns are Japanese and German spray guns, according to what Hate Nate's doing in his industry. Interesting. Germans make some good stuff. Specifics. And that's fine, Jason. If you want to say that, that's fine. I'm just trying to have an open discussion with the knife community about why I think that not all Chinese knives suck. A lot of steel is from overseas anyhow. Yeah, has anybody watched some of the stuff that Ben and NAFs have talked about with things and people saying, oh, this is American made or whatever, but then all their screws are from China, or all their, they bought the steel from here. But, oh, well, we assembled it all here. And my company is from here, so it's from here. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Grateful won a clone a few weeks ago. What's it a clone of? And a knife is more than its materials, for sure. Chavez sends some of his knives to China, and they are great. Right? Like, not all Spydercos are U.S. Some of them are Taiwan. And the Taiwan versions of Spydercos are also great. Soligen steel is legit, for sure. Yep, there's companies out there where there's just some good, hardworking people that love knives and love what they do, and they back and they make a quality product. I just like knives. I don't care where they're from, as long as they're good. That's what I'm right there with you, Clint. If it's good, if the person who designed it, manufactured it, put it out on a plate for us to buy, did a good job with it, That's what I'm talking about. You almost have to stop shopping, period, right, Hey Nate? Almost have to, you're gonna have to get rid of your phone. I don't think anyone wants to do that. It would be nice, but it's hard to live a life without it. I don't think I've ever liked a Pakistan knife. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. I will say I don't think I've ever liked a Pakistan knife. To carry and use on a daily basis, or just to have? Because just to have, I submit the first knife of my ever collection, my dagger that I won, Pakistani knife, love it. It's junk. Do I carry it? No. It's part of my collection because I've had it since I was a kid. This is a Pakistani fixed blade that's ridiculous. It's actually a knockoff that I found out later. Will I carry this? No. Did I buy it because I think it's silly? Yes. Yes. This is a Pakistan little folder with a camel bone handle and the Damascus, you know. Will I carry this and use it? No. No. Do I think it's kind of fun in the collection? Sure. I have a collection of 400 knives, if not more. Of course I have some silly Pakistan knives. Are they good? No. Are they just kind of fun sometimes in a collection? Sure. Sure. You know, like it's got just oil all over it. It's never going to hold an edge. You might be able to put an edge on it. You make one cut with it and it's as dull as can be. Not a user, not a keeper. But when you get into a realm of some silliness, there you go. The chat is always better with DNA in it. Indeed. I have a shelf dedicated to gas station knives. I could probably spend less than $100 and buy every single knife on this shelf. Some of these are $3 to $5 knives. Assisted opening, Zelda, horrible clip. We've got the Fook Dragon, assisted opening, silly, ridiculous. Gotta have these in the collection. Gotta have the Boker Mermaid. Right? These are just fun. They're just fun. I mean, a gas station knife that's a gas pump? Yes. Yes, it is. So depending on where you're at in the world and what you do, sometimes a little Pakistan Damascus. To each his own. To each his own. Fun knives are as important as expensive ones. Hey Nate, love you, bro. Buy whatever you want. It's your money. Do with it what you want. Magnus Lots. Right? Happiness is the key. And how many of those junk knives could you sell or not buy before you could afford a Donnie knife? A lot of them. A lot of them. And because Donnie's knives hold value, love, care, time, incredible craftsmanship put into each and every one of them. I'd have to sell this whole rack, practically. Yeah, that's not true. That's not true. Thoughts on the work sharp knife with the magnesium handle? We were talking about it before. It's interesting. Not really for me. If you're interested in an auto and you think that the magnesium kind of handle is cool, it might be fun. But there isn't really much of a fidget factor, and if you don't have it set up on auto, it's okay. It's got a nice look though. If you're interested in it, you like autos, go for it. I'm gonna need me at least 2 Donnie knives. Well, now that we've seen some of his His fixed blades, good Lord. How much to shave an eyebrow? That we don't play those games here. That's not this channel. I like my hair. I like my look. We don't play those. Now, like, I want to see you juggle poop knives. We do stuff like that. Yes. We do some weird stuff. But none of it will involve, like, shaving or cutting hair or silly things. Well, silly things. You dropped the under the bridge? Oh no.
$20 to just sit here and not shave anything.
Thank you, Jack. See? $20 to sit here and not shave. Le poop knife, huh? Worksharp sent you a spam email. They sent you a spam email. How'd you get on the list? So do I see most of the junk knives? Oh, do I sell most of the junk knives? Resist buying more for 6 months, and boom, you got on Donnie's books. I would if I could. Yeah. Yeah. I'm working up to, I guess, I have, again, not downvaluing in any way, but as far as like the amount of money I make, the life that I live, the money that I spend on things, I've never purchased a knife that is even half of the price of the cost of Donnie's. Okay, and again, I'm not trying to downplay or like, put down the value of it. The value is 100% there. I'm just not at a place where I can take a chunk of, yeah, you can put away and save up for things like that. But I've never purchased a $400 knife, let alone $800 or $1,000. And it's just, to me, that's quite a bit of money tied up in one item that sits with my other hundreds of items. And I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm just saying it's real. That's a real thing. Sometimes it's hard to put that and be like, well, I have a couple $1,000s I could pay off my car. I have normal bills and things like that where it becomes you've taken a chunk and you've put it again, the value is there. I want, but I haven't spent half of that on one item to have in the house. You know what I mean? Like, I almost feel like if I spent that much on it, I would have a hard time carrying it. I'd be constantly going like this. Is it in my pocket? Is it still here? Did I lose it? And it would cause me stress to carry something of that high of a value. If I walk around with 2 or 3 knives in my pocket, all my clothes, my wallet, my shoes, everything on me isn't still not worth that value. Or you know what I mean? It's difficult. And if I was like retired, living easy, all my bills are paid off, my car is paid off, things like that, that's different. That's a different, it's like everyone's in a different place in their life. And where I'm at, living alone, living single, it's tough for me to justify a large price tag like that. Is that, yeah? Is that, you follow? That's what weekend grail carries are for, right? I would be so nervous. I would be so nervous. What if I lost it? Oh my God. Oh my God. That would just stress me out. Life isn't supposed to be easy. Yeah, I want to use and carry it. That's the thing. I want to be able to use and carry it. One to look at, one to carry. Well, see, any of them. Any of them. I want to be able to use it. I want to be like, oh, this thing feels awesome. I grab it, I open it, I hold it. I'm like, yes. I make a cut with it. I'm satisfied about the process of it, the opening and closing it, the feel of it in the pocket, all that stuff. I want to live it and enjoy it, not just have it sit and look and be like, ooh, you know, just have it like this. Losing a knife sucks. Ask me how I know. Oh, that's a bummer. My coworker, he bought one off of me. It was a sand cut budget knife, but still after a month he lost it. It's like, it's the worst. Because you're like, how did it happen? Where'd it go? Where is it? Maybe it's in the car seat. Did it fall out of my pocket when? Like, I didn't hear it. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. All right. 10:51. We're at 2 hours and 51 minutes already. Holy smokes. I'm going to get going on my day, get to work. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for the donations. Jack, Hate Nate, he's already gone. I appreciate everyone. Magnus, let's ho. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm going to make a few videos, get to work out in the garage, get some stuff done, and make a little bit out of this day and the rest of this weekend. Pretty soon, live from the garage. Everyone have a great, awesome day. Stay sharp, stay fun, stay happy. Buy what you love within your means. Smash that like button before you leave. Thank you, Steven. All right. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.